Hello and welcome. If you've ever felt like you're just kind of guessing when it comes to money, you are definitely not alone. So today, we're going to lay out a really simple roadmap to financial freedom. And believe me, it's a goal that's way more achievable than you might think. And it all starts right here, right now. So let's just start with a question I think we've all asked ourselves. Why on earth didn't they teach us this stuff in school? I mean, really? This one single gap in our education is a huge reason why so many people struggle. There's this great story from a financial coach, Jack Warner, who said parents would actually sit in on his high school classes, taking notes and telling him, "We were never taught this." So if you feel like you're playing catch up, please know it is not your fault. You're in the majority. All right, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the why this crucial education is missing in the first place. Then we'll dive right into mastering your money mindset, creating a blueprint for your cash, clearing out that pesky debt, and then the really exciting part, how to actually make your money grow. It's a clear path from start to finish. Yeah, for decades, personal finance just wasn't a priority in the school system. And that left generations of us to basically figure it all out on our own. And let's be honest, trial and error can be a very, very expensive way to learn. But here's the good news. Financial literacy isn't about becoming some kind of Wall Street expert overnight. Nope. It's simply about having the skills to make smart, effective decisions with your money. Think of it like this. It's the tool that puts you back in the driver's seat of your own life, letting you build the future you actually want. And that brings us to what is, without a doubt, the most important step, mastering your mindset. Because before we even touch a budget or talk about investing, we have to look at our core beliefs about money. This right here, this is the foundation for everything else you're going to build. It really boils down to this simple contrast. A negative mindset, it just leads to constant anxiety and procrastination. But a positive one, that's what builds confidence. That's what makes you look for solutions. So just take a second and be honest with yourself. Which side of this chart do you lean towards? Just knowing that, well, that's a huge first. And this is why that mindset stuff matters so much. The experts say that personal finance is 80% behavior, and only 20% is what you know, the head knowledge. Think about that. You can read every book out there, but if your habits aren't aligned with your goals, you're just not going to make progress. Winning that inner game is most of the battle. And here is maybe the most crucial thing to remember from this section. Your past with money does not define your future. It doesn't matter what mistakes you've made or what you weren't taught. From this moment forward, you are in control. All right, with our mindset in the right place, it is time to build the blueprint. This is where we stop wondering, hey, where did all my money go? And we start telling it exactly where to go. Okay, but first, we need to get clear on the goal. See, being rich is usually about a high income and high spending. You can make $250,000 a year and still be completely broke. But being wealthy, that's different. That's about owning more than you owe. It's about saving and investing. It's about freedom. That is what we're focused on here, building real wealth. So how do we get started? With this super simple 3-step discovery process. For just 1 month, track every single dollar you spend. Then group it all into categories, food, gas, subscriptions, all that stuff. And finally, look for the leaks. I promise you, you will probably be shocked at what you find. And hey, this isn't about feeling guilty. It's about gaining clarity. This brings us to the single most important number in your financial life, your net worth. It's a really simple calculation. You just add up everything you own that has value, those are your assets. Then you subtract everything you owe, those are your liabilities. The number that's left, that's your net worth. That's your true financial scorecard. Now, for a lot of us, the biggest obstacle standing in the way of a positive net worth is debt. It's the big roadblock we have to clear before we can really start accelerating towards our goals. And there are 2 really popular ways to do this. First, you've got the snowball method. That's where you attack your smallest debt first, no matter the interest rate. That quick win gives you this huge psychological boost and momentum. Then there's the avalanche method, where you attack the highest interest debt first. Mathematically, this saves you the most money over time. There's no wrong answer here. The real question is, do you need the motivation of a quick win, or are you just focused on pure efficiency? So once you have a plan for your debt, the whole game changes. We get to switch from playing defense to playing offense. And this, my friends, is the most exciting part. This is where we stop just plugging leaks and we start actively building wealth by making our money work for us. But first, there's one non-negotiable step, your emergency fund. This is a separate savings account, and it should have 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses in it. This is your financial safety net. It's what protects your entire plan from getting totally derailed by a job loss or a surprise medical bill. Whatever you do not skip this step.
All right, a quick little question for you. If you had a choice, would you take $1 million cash right here, right now, or a single penny that doubles in value every single day for a month? Think about it for a second.
The answer is the penny. And it's not even close. For the first couple of weeks, yeah, it looks like a really bad deal. But then the growth just becomes explosive. That 1 cent turns into over $10 million. Now that is the magic of compound interest. It's the engine that's going to do the heavy lifting to build your wealth for you. So let's bring this all home. We've talked about mindset, we've talked about planning, the obstacles, and the engine for growth. Let's put it all together. Here's your roadmap all summarized. It really just boils down to these 4 steps. Step 1, master your mindset. Remember, that's 80% of the battle. 2, create your blueprint by tracking your spending. 3, clear your path by tackling debt strategically. And number 4, build your future by saving and letting compound interest work its magic. Look, we have covered a lot today, but information without action is just trivia. So the only question that really matters now is this one. What is the one small step you will take today to begin your journey? Don't try to do everything at once. Just pick one thing. Because your financial future isn't going to be changed by some giant leap you take tomorrow, but by the one small step you have the courage to take right